I'm going to tell you the things I wish someone had told me before I broke ground. The U-shaped Barndominium is one of the most architecturally powerful designs in this entire space. Engineers love it. Architects love it. The families who get it right love it for the rest of their lives. But getting it wrong, and there are very specific ways to get it wrong that are unique to this floor plan, can cost you $20,000, $40,000, sometimes more. Not in luxury upgrades, in fixing things that should never have needed fixing. Every mistake in this video is real. Every cost figure is sourced and verified. And if you're in the planning phase right now, if you haven't broken ground yet, what you're about to hear could save you everything. 6 mistakes, 6 real costs, and for every one of them, I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid it. Let's go. The biggest U-shaped Barndominium mistakes, what they cost, and how to avoid every single one. Mistake number 4 is the one that almost nobody talks about in U-shaped content, and it's completely invisible until the first summer you live there. Don't skip this video before you get to it. Mistake 1, wrong courtyard orientation. This is the one that locks in every other problem before construction even starts. The U-shaped floor plan creates a courtyard by definition. That courtyard is the centerpiece of the entire design, the outdoor room, the light source, the ventilation engine. And the direction that courtyard faces determines whether it works or whether it fails. In the northern hemisphere, the open end of your U needs to face south, or within 15 to 30 degrees of south. That's the direction from which your courtyard will receive maximum sunlight, maximum warmth in winter, and the cross ventilation that makes the passive design function. This is confirmed by passive solar building science and supported by InterNACHI building guidance, which notes that homes oriented correctly toward the sun can save 10 to 20% on heating costs, and some up to 40% compared to poorly oriented counterparts. When the open end of the U faces north, which happens more often than you'd think when builders lay out the footprint based on road frontage or lot shape without checking solar orientation, the courtyard becomes a shadow box. No passive solar gain, no cross ventilation in the direction that matters. A shaded, underperforming outdoor space that you'll rarely use in winter and won't be able to cool passively in summer. The courtyard you paid a significant structural premium to create becomes an expensive liability instead of your most used room. The fix costs nothing if you catch it before you pour the slab. It costs everything if you don't. Check your solar orientation before you finalize your site plan. This is non-negotiable. Mistake 2, underestimating the U footprint foundation cost. This is the one that blows up the budget before a single wall goes up. A U-shaped footprint has significantly more foundation perimeter than a rectangle of equivalent interior square footage. You have 2 wing foundations, a rear connecting section, and all the corner work where they meet. That's not a minor difference. On a 2,500 square foot U-shaped build, you can be looking at 30 to 40% more linear footage of foundation perimeter than a simple rectangle. And here's where the real danger lives, the inner courtyard zone. The 3-sided slab that forms the courtyard floor is a drainage problem waiting to happen if the foundation and site grading aren't engineered specifically for the U-shape. Rushing to pour concrete before drainage is finalized is one of the most expensive mistakes in Barndominium construction. Once the slab is in place, correcting water flow issues often requires costly excavation or retrofitted drainage systems, easily $8,000 to $25,000 depending on the severity. Additionally, skipping a geotechnical soil test, which costs as little as $500, can lead to foundation repairs in the $15,000 to $25,000 range if expansive clay or unstable soil conditions weren't identified before the pour. Rural counties often don't require these tests, but that doesn't mean you should skip one. Get the soil test. Engineer the drainage specifically for the courtyard zone. Budget the full foundation perimeter honestly, not based on a rectangle calculation. Mistake 3, And this is where the budget spreadsheet becomes a complete fiction. A U-shaped Barndominium has more exterior wall surface area than a rectangle at the same interior square footage. More wall area means more insulation. And Barndominiums, because of their metal framing and large open interiors, require insulation approaches that cost significantly more than standard residential estimates. HVAC systems for Barndominiums typically run 20 to 30% higher than traditional homes due to large spaces, high ceilings, and the thermal characteristics of metal construction. Most builders budget standard residential HVAC and experience serious sticker shock when they see the actual requirements. For insulation specifically, closed-cell spray foam, which is the gold standard for Barndominium metal framing because it creates both a thermal barrier and a vapor barrier, runs $1 to $4.50 per square foot depending on application and system. For a 2,500 square foot U-shaped build with increased wall perimeter, spray foam insulation costs can reach $15,000 to $25,000 or more. Homeowners who budgeted fiberglass bat costs find themselves $10,000 to $15,000 short before the mechanical systems are even scheduled. Budget spray foam from day one. Budget HVAC at the Barndominium specific rate, not the standard residential rate. And for a U-shape, add 15 to 20% to both figures to account for the additional wall perimeter over a rectangle. That math done early is thousands of dollars saved later. Mistake 4 is the invisible one I promised you. It involves the courtyard itself on a hot summer day, and it's something almost no U-shaped Barndominium content ever addresses. Stay with me. Mistake 4. No roof overhang over the courtyard glazing. This is mostly for U-shaped single-slope design, which can turn your most expensive feature into your biggest frustration. The high glazed wall facing your courtyard is the architectural heart of the U-shaped single-slope combination. Floor-to-ceiling glass, dramatic light, the reveal that makes people emotional when they first walk in. You paid a premium for it. You planned your entire interior around it. And if you don't engineer adequate roof overhang above that glass, sized correctly for your latitude and your roof pitch, that glass wall will turn your great room into a greenhouse from May through September. Direct afternoon sun hitting unshaded floor-to-ceiling glass can raise interior temperatures by 15 to 20 degrees above ambient in peak summer hours. Your HVAC system works overtime. Your energy bills spike, and you end up closing the blinds on the exact view you built the entire structure around. The engineering principle is straightforward. A roof overhang above south-facing glass should be sized to admit low-angle winter sun, which sits between 25 and 45 degrees above the horizon, depending on your latitude, while blocking high-angle summer sun, which sits between 65 and 75 degrees above the horizon. A correctly sized overhang does both jobs simultaneously. Done correctly at the design phase, this costs nothing extra. Retrofitted after the fact, it requires structural work that can run $8,000 to $20,000. Calculate your overhang depth before you finalize your roof design. Your structural engineer can do this calculation in an afternoon. Skipping it is one of the most preventable and most costly mistakes in U-shaped Barndominium design. Mistake 5. Hiring a builder with U-shaped experience. This is the one that compounds every other mistake on this list. A U-shaped Barndominium is not a rectangle. The structural engineering at the wing junctions, the roof plane connections at the rear section, the drainage detailing where 3 roof planes meet, the foundation corner work, the window placement relative to the courtyard orientation, all of it is specific to the U footprint in ways that a builder experienced only with standard rectangular Barndominiums will not automatically understand. Red flags in contractor selection include dramatically low bids compared to other estimates, pressure to sign contracts immediately, reluctance to provide references, and lack of specific experience with Barndominium construction. For a U-shaped build, add this flag: a builder who cannot walk you through the specific structural detailing at the rear junction of the 3 roof planes and who has not built this configuration before is a builder who is going to learn on your build. Change order costs multiply quickly when a builder encounters U-shaped specific challenges they didn't plan for. Metal building construction makes some changes easy, but others extremely expensive, and distinguishing between the two requires experience most general builders simply don't have with this configuration. A 20 to 25% budget contingency is the industry recommendation for Barndominium builds. For a U-shaped build with an inexperienced builder, that contingency should be treated as a minimum, not a ceiling. Ask your builder directly, how many U-shaped Barndominiums have you completed? Ask for photos. Ask for references who will take your call. If the answer is 0 or vague, the right decision is to pay slightly more for someone who has done it. Every dollar of experience you pay for up front saves several dollars in change orders later. Mistake 6. Wing proportions that kill the zoning logic. This is the design error that makes the whole purpose of the U-shape fail even when everything else is built correctly. The U-shaped Barndominium works because the 2 wings create natural zone separation. One wing carries the active living spaces, the other wing carries the private bedrooms. That acoustic and functional separation is the entire lifestyle argument for choosing this floor plan over a rectangle. The mistake is building both wings at exactly the same width and depth, creating a symmetrical U that looks balanced on paper but creates 2 wings of identical size that are almost impossible to zone correctly. A bedroom wing of the same proportions as a living wing either wastes square footage in the bedroom zone or underserves it. The connection between the 2 zones at the rear section becomes architecturally ambiguous. The traffic flow through the building fights itself. Experienced U-shaped designers consistently recommend that the 2 wings serve genuinely different programmatic purposes and are proportioned accordingly. The active wing, kitchen, dining, great room, benefits from a wider span and more open volume. The private wing, bedrooms, bathrooms, home office, benefits from a narrower span with more intimately scaled ceiling height. The rear connecting section handles the entry, transition, and any shared utilities. When these proportions are right, the building flows. When they're equal, it fights. Draw your U-shaped floor plan with the function of each wing defined before you determine the dimensions of each wing. Function should determine proportion, not the other way around. This is a design decision that costs nothing to get right and can cost tens of thousands of dollars in renovation to fix after the fact. Let me give you the 6 mistakes in 30 seconds so you can write them down. 1. Wrong courtyard orientation. Open end of the U faces south in the northern hemisphere, no exceptions. 2. Underestimating foundation cost. U footprints have more perimeter, more complexity, and a courtyard zone that needs specific drainage engineering. Budget the soil test. 3. Insulating and sizing HVAC like a rectangle. Budget spray foam from the start and add 15 to 20% for the added wall perimeter. 4. No roof overhang above the courtyard glazing. Size your overhang at the design stage or pay to retrofit it later. 5. Hiring a builder without U-shaped experience. Pay for experience. It's cheaper than change orders. 6. Equal wing proportions that kill the zoning logic. Function determines proportion, not symmetry. Every one of these mistakes is completely preventable. Every one of them is significantly more expensive to fix than to avoid, and every one of them is being made right now by someone who didn't have this information before they broke ground. You have it now. Drop a comment right now. Which of these 6 surprised you the most? And if you've already broken ground on a U-shaped build, tell me what you're running into. I read every comment, and the community here learns from each other as much as from me. If this video saved you money, like it, share it with someone in the planning phase who needs it, subscribe for more content that goes this deep. I'll see you in the next one.